So I didn't start off by helping many people create, their first million or helping people become profitable in the foreign exchange market. It is a journey, and effectively how I got there was through countless hours of study, countless hours of work, that it's actually effectively helped me to help the next person to win and generally help the next person to level up. So, guys, as you know, I go by the name of Vulnerab, and I'm a foreign exchange, trader, and I've been doing this thing now for the past 7 years, and I've helped, many people become funded traders and help them really to reach their next level. Now, for me, and I always say that, the process model that it took to get me to where I am right now and being able to help many people, just be profitable traders and, make money in the foreign exchange market, required a lot of work. But again, through experience, I've lost out in the market. I've lost out quite plenty of times. I've blown accounts, like everybody else. But what I always say, to people is that, one thing that we've always got to understand is that, there's certain levels of access to information that you've effectively got to get for you to get to, where you want to essentially get to. Now, one of the things that I've always been telling people about is the general idea behind trading in the foreign exchange market. The thing is, you're trying to take money from smart people that are effectively trying to take money from you. So how do you now build a systematic model, to profit behind that? And I spent, the past 7 years, doing that. And fundamentally for me, I realized that obviously there are quite a couple of things that help me to understand the market, the way that I do it, obviously help people to become, profitable in the market. Fundamentally, I understood one thing, and this is something that effectively changed my life. The fact that the market is all about volume and it's essentially all about value. Once it offers value, it will then be able to offer the kind of volume that it essentially has to offer. So participating in $7 trillion market is then helped me to understand that, people can essentially build wealth, and number two, people can actually and create financial freedom for themselves. But it's the certain level of access to information that you need to have to get to where you need to get to. Now, I always say to people that, information is basically the gateway to every man's advancement. And again, if you want to win, you get information, but also you get the right kind of information, which is why, Magnate, essentially exists. Now, obviously, we've built, 4 systematic models that have allowed us to create success. And again, my biggest reason for failure is that I did not want to, I wanted to go and participate in the foreign exchange market without having, a clear sense of information that would then help me to get to where I effectively needed to get to. So in that, considering the things that we now do in our process model, or rather the process model that we follow to create success. So why I failed in the market was because of these 4 reasons. Number one, that is because of psychology. Now, this is what we always say, that trading in most times is understanding the game of psychology, is understanding, the probabilistic game of what effectively happens in the market and how to position yourself. Now, a lot of people lose in the market because they don't essentially have the strategy or the psychology that they need to get them to where they need to be. But number two, strategy, right? So again, as a financial markets trader, one thing that is important is for you to understand that if you're going to be successful, you need a degree of strategy. So we spent, countless hours, every single day, coming up with the rightful strategies that have helped, our people to win. We've created multiple funded traders. In actual fact, within the past 6 months, we have created, over 20 funded traders, people having payouts ranging from $10,000, to over 50, 60, and even $80,000 in the market. So again, we did not start where we are right now, but there was a process model that we had to follow. So number one, psychology. But number two, having the correct strategy in the market. Now, correct strategy includes understanding what moves the market in our case, which is then what we would deem as, cross-border capital flows. What moves money is cross-border capital flows. The market is all about volume, and the market is effectively all about value as well. Take cross-border capital flows, understand volume, understand value, and that's effectively where you start building. And so you combine your strategy, but number two, you combine the psychological perspective of the market. You start to create your model towards creating success. Now, the third thing that has allowed us to win is to not only say to people that you cannot effectively get to a place where you've never taken yourself. In other words, you can never get to a place where you yourself have never been. So what do I mean? Personal development is effectively very important. So within the Magnate system that we've effectively built, we've built, the advent of understanding that in order for you to be successful, it first, starts internally. Now, same, game when it effectively comes to trading, and that is what we've built, at Magnate, through our Magnate system, understanding that if you're going to get to your next level, what's important is going to be, your level of belief and how you actually apply that, to then become a profitable trader through your strategy, and also through what we call your market psychology, which is again, something very fundamental. So you take psychology, you take strategy, you take personal development. That is one thing that will actually then start to allow you to build success. But the fourth thing that helped us to build success in our model was understanding the aspect of data. Okay, so come into the market. Fundamentally, you need to understand, what kind of data you have. So now I'm talking about platforms like, Season AX, the FX Street, where you can understand, real data behind the market, learning about the commitment of traders reports, understanding, news platforms like the Bureau of Labor Statistics. What are they saying? Understanding the Bureau of Economic Analysis. What do they say about GDP? The Lewis said Fred, that talks about data, with global recessions, etc. Right. So what we're trying to build, and what we have said to people, is that understanding this in our four secrets is that, understanding psychology, number one, understanding strategy, number two, understanding personal development, and understanding data is one of the things that actually make you build success more, especially in this game. So what we have done is that as Magnate system, as a Magnate University, we've created a video that can actually then help you guys to understand data and the kind of things that you need to look for, to help you guys to understand the kind of people that you need to listen to from a psychological aspect, the kind of books that you need to read from a personal development aspect, and the kind of strategies that you need to use that will effectively make you successful in the market. Because remember, guys, it's at the top because the bottom is overcrowded. We're looking forward to seeing you part of us. Thanks, everybody.